It's a podcast.
Another podcast? We've got too much to say. Yeah.
Welcome. Too many to play community.
What's up, guys?
To, too much to say.
We've got too much to say.
So now we gotta talk about it all.
Yes.
Swallow aboard the too much train.
Doot doot. Fuck yeah. Originality.
Fuck yeah.
That's what we're about here at the 2Much2Say offices.
So what are we talking about, Mr. Podcast Extraordinaire?
A bunch of stuff, dude. Whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
First and foremost, Chris D'Elia. I think we should talk about.
Okay. Chris D'Elia, what about him?
Chris D'Elia is a famous comedian, actor.
He's a funny guy, yeah.
He's funny, yeah. His stand-up's okay, but him on podcast is minty.
I've only ever seen him on H3.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen him on there a lot. And
he was on H3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, every time I see him on there, he's funny as fuck.
He's hilarious, man. He did a 10-minute podcast thing for like a couple years with Brian Callen and Will Sasso. Mm-hmm. And it was the funniest shit ever. And I listened to all of them. Yeah,
he seems like a super fucking funny guy.
Yeah, he's like situationally funny. His stand-up's okay. It's not really that funny, but
I've never seen the stand-up, just the podcast.
Yeah,
on
It's
H3,
like a cracked out rat on stage. It's weird. But so he's being accused of grooming underage girls online.
Grooming, what does that mean?
Grooming is like preparing a kid to fuck you, basically.
Like when they get of age?
No. Whilst they're still their age. It's like you're so pretty, like, oh, I'm only 16, and you're like, oh, well, that's okay, age is just a number, like, blah, 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 send pics, send feet pics, post feet, post souls, post your little piggers, and shit like that. And then the kids are normally like, okay, because, especially in these situations, because he's a person of power, I guess. Mm-hmm. So that's what grooming is. So a bunch of screenshots and shit are coming out, like, of him talking to all these kids, like 16-year-olds and shit. And he's just like, oh, I thought you were at my show. You got to be 18 to be at my show. Haha. All right, bye. And then they just keep talking. And there's like a bunch of situations, apparently, that are all popping out. It's all alleged, I guess, right now. So,
I mean, what's really confusing about shit like this is, like, all of these allegations are fucking almost fucking 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's what a lot of people do. They wait this long. And then, like, when one person steps up and says something, everyone's like, you know what, fuck it, me too. And what I've seen is that, like...
Hashtag me too.
It's, like, all these, like, Facebook pictures. Like, the Facebook profile picture is blank. It's just the name Chris D'Elia, and it's, like, a throwaway account. Like, is everyone sure that's him? How can you be sure?
I don't know,
How can you be sure chicks ain't lying? Because they do that.
Bitches do be lying.
Shit, my ex-wife, she got a free lawyer when we got divorced because she told the lawyer I beat her.
Well, you beat her.
Well, I mean, that's hearsay, They didn't know I was.
Yeah, facts.
So, she, oh man, she was fucking...
That was a joke, PETA.
Yeah, PETA, calm
Dylan doesn't
down.
beat dogs.
Sit down. So, she was all like... She was so snide about it. She was like, how much did you pay for your lawyer? I was like, a fucking lot of money. And she was like, I didn't have to pay a thing for mine. And I was like, what? Why? And then
because of my vagina?
She said, because I joined a women's help group and I told them that you beat me. And they paid for my lawyer. I was like, well,
wow.
that's really shitty because I never laid a fucking hand on her.
It also takes away the severity of, like, actual domestic abuse.
Yeah,
like, that shit actually happens, you dumb bitch.
Well, yeah, you can just say that. Like, every girl that was in that group might have been, like, actually fucking abused. And then you're just sitting here like, wow. I could really take all their money for no reason. Just because I feel like being a bitch and I don't want to pay for something.
Facts. It's disgusting.
So, yeah, but you can't tell if people are lying. But, so I've seen, like, the shit about him talking to people and them telling him stuff and the reactions he makes. Mm-hmm. This dude lying. Like, he's either an extreme caricature where he has to make fucking faces all the time or something, or like he's the worst liar in the world. And I think it just, from what I've seen when they tell him the Snapchat shit, and he's like, oh, well, shit, I'm fucked.
Which is weird because nothing that has popped up has been off Snapchat, has it?
I don't know.
Not that I've seen.
I think like the hard proof is the Snapchat stuff.
Snapchat is where it's at. People say Snapchat, y'all. Be careful. You can get apps that just record your screen without the other person knowing and stuff.
Or you just get another phone. You like Dylan. Dylan has 4 phones.
I have 4 phones.
So he'll record like with 3 other phones at the same time, just in case one doesn't catch it all.
Facts.
And then like he'll leave one running, shut one off, take the other one and stick it up his asshole.
Yes.
And then he'll rotate the one around 3 times, and then he'll say Bloody Mary, and then he puts all the phones away.
Yeah, and then I have my nude saved.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And I have a charger port in my asshole. So
very convenient.
Yeah, dude. I'm a good guy to have around. I'm the guy to bring on camping trips because I will charge your phone, bro.
Like, and your crystals.
Yeah, and your crystals. And I have a Wi-Fi signal in my... we don't need to go there. So anyway, yeah. Allegedly, Chris D'Elia is a fucking pedophile, which sucks because he's funny as shit. And, you know, I've spent so many hours listening to him and I feel shitty.
For just listening to him?
No, I just feel shitty
now,
that...
hold on a second. You can separate the art from the artist. Like, do you like Rurouni Kenshin?
No.
You don't like Rurouni Kenshin?
I did until I found out the creator's a pedophile.
Dude, that shouldn't matter.
I know. I just really wanted to derail your point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, of course I like Rurouni Kenshin, dude.
And Hitler had good paintings. Like, there's been that, like, you know
they were okay,
You know that post that's like, take a, of all the negative things going on, take a look at this painting. Do you like it? Good. Hitler made it, you fucking
this is by
fascist.
Hitler, you Nazi
Hitler
bitch.
made this, you fascist. And, like, it's still a good picture. Rurouni Kenshin is one of the best animes of all time. And the dude who made it's a fucking pedophile. Is he a piece of shit and should he die? Yeah.
Probably.
Was it still a good anime? Yeah, it was still a good anime. Is this guy a pedophile piece of shit? Maybe. He's still funny, though. That doesn't stop him from being funny.
But he's funny, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What really sold me on, like, he's got to be guilty about it is when he was talking about the pedophile ring. Anyone who talks about the pedophile ring and is like, yeah, so, you think there's this fucking ring? Everyone believes in the fucking ring. The only people who deny the existence of the ring are the people who are in the fucking thing.
Facts.
Every time.
Big facts.
That's when I was like, oh, this motherfucker's full of shit. He's raping kids.
I don't think Chris D'Elia is big enough to be in the ring, though. Like, he's not that high of a name, really.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, his dad's very famous.
His dad is super famous.
His dad
That's
was
true.
a producer, so, he's already in there with that
stuff.
stuff.
I guess, yeah. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Boy looked like a bird.
That boy a bird.
That boy a birdie boy.
Big birdie vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that sucks, but, we pretty much have to wait. Andrew Schultz was talking about it, and he said he talked to Chris, and Chris said he's getting all his receipts together so he can, like, drop it on his podcast like Pro Jared did, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's another point. Pro Jared did the same shit. Or he went through the same stuff. His ex-wife just tried to fucking bury him, and it was, like, all unfounded. Like, everyone, fucking tried to cancel him and shit, and he waited, he bided his time, he came back, and he was like, hey, so, they're all full of shit. They were all crazy people trying to gain clout, which happens.
Weren't they both shitty though? Like, didn't he still do some shitty shit? Like, I don't remember the whole story.
He had like a fucking...
That was like 17 years ago in internet time.
Yeah, he had like a big ring of like stuff for his fans to like send him nudes, and then he would send nudes as well. But he would only do it to people who said like they were of age, and some people lied. Some people like were like, oh yeah, I'm 21, and they were actually like 16 and lied to him and sent him pictures, and he sent them pictures, but he didn't know.
Oh.
So they lied, and then they were like, oh yeah, he sexually molested me. He's famous on YouTube. Please make me famous too.
Yeah, please.
Like that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way to get famous without actually trying.
Yeah.
Is to just say someone fucking hurt you or raped you or something.
Yeah.
Then you're automatically on those coattails.
Mm-hmm. Or make a religion.
So that's what makes it hard to like distinguish like a genuine, oh my gosh, are these people actually being hurt between people being hurt and people lying for fucking clout.
Yeah. Just don't fuck kids. That's the main bullet point.
Takeaway. Yeah,
that is the main bullet point
like,
of this podcast.
Here's
what he said. So this is the only like thing he said so far. He like came out with a statement to TMZ And he said,
"Oh, of course.
yeah.
It's always TMZ."
Of course, yeah. He said, I know I have said and done things that might have offended people during my career, but I have never knowingly pursued any underage women at any point. Women at any point. All of my relationships have been both legal and consensual, and I have never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with the people who have tweeted about me. That being said, I really am truly sorry. For what, though? I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. That's my fault. I own it. I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise I will continue to do better.
See, now that's very open. Like, he didn't.
What's that mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't have any specifics, and that's a really bad apology to give. Like, I've seen a whole bunch of people do. Like, apparently the only one who did an apology right ever was Pro Jared, because he specifically talked about the moments that he was like sorry for. People do like, this is just like a fucking throwaway apology, because he's just saying, I'm truly sorry for everything I've ever done, instead of
like,
saying
I'm
like
sorry
a
I hurt your
specific moment. So he's like he's kiting people around, like, you know what he, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry about everything, you know, I might have said some racist stuff, I might have been like, I might have done this, I might have done that, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I'm sorry for it, instead of saying like,
it makes no sense.
Here's like, you know, being straightforward about it and apologizing for the thing he's apologizing for. He's just saying like, oh, I'm sorry for being me.
Yeah, my bad. I was a dumb guy who got absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle.
Sorry,
what
sorry
the fuck
for
is your
being
lifestyle?
rich.
Does this go back to his dad fucking kids too, or like?
I don't know. Sorry for being rich.
Yeah,
that's my bad.
My bad, guys. Didn't make a dent. I don't know, dude. Fucking. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it.
Yeah, we can't
like
really,
every other time.
Can't really determine anything until the shit's over with.
I definitely don't want to be one of the people that's like, fuck Chris D'Elia, he's a kid fucker, until it's for sure he's a kid fucker.
Yeah, when people jump the ship with Pro Jared, like, everyone fucking hit the water immediately. Like, as soon as like allegations came up, and then like a month later, it was like, oh shit, none of that was true.
Yeah, his team leaving him.
Oh, dude, all his friends.
Who
were
was
like,
it? Normal Boots.
Yeah, even Peanut Butter Gamer said some shit to him.
Yeah.
Even Peanut Butter Gamer was like, wow, dude, fuck you.
The completionist.
And then he was like, oh, man, oops, big oof. And now he's got like no... I don't fucking blame him. Like, if my crew left me like that, I'd be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck y'all,
I'll
man.
be on my own.
I needed help.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having a team?
Right. Well, anyway, aside from this, since there's not really much else to say on it, what was the other thing you wanted to talk about on this podcast
that I wanted to talk about?
Yes.
The AMA shit, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that if you want.
I don't care. I mean, you fucking started this section, so we could do it.
Of course, dude. Let's do it. Okay, so we got a Discord going on. There's a link in the description if you want to join that bad boy. And the other day, I got all fucked up and went on there. And I was like, guys.
Were you fucked up?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Of course you were.
Yeah. I was like, guys, I appreciate y'all so fucking much. Let's do an AMA. You guys should ask us stuff. And Mop was like, fuck yes. And that's all I needed. And then, who's the other dude? What's his name?
Josh.
Sorry, man. I don't know your name. I don't know anybody's name, to be fair. I only know Dylan's because it's mine. So, Josh wrote like a fuck ton of questions. And I think we should do some of them.
All right,
so I'll ask you first.
Of course.
Yes.
And then I won't ask you.
Oh, no, well, yeah, that's the show. What common aspects are shared among religious and spiritual followings?
Oh my God, really?
He's a dick.
Yeah, no, pick a good question. I ain't fucking answering that.
Is radical leftism the new fascism? He didn't put that. That's just my favorite question to ask people.
This is shit I gotta study for, bro. Like, you can't just ask me these questions.
Let's see.
I don't even know what half those words
All
mean.
of them are fucking deep existential shit. Okay, hold on. We will answer them eventually, Josh. We need time.
Yeah, we need to write down our responses.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what half those words mean, so I gotta write out the definitions.
What's your favorite strains of ganja?
Ganja, isn't that pot?
That's marijuana, yeah.
My favorite strains.
I guess. It's weird because he's asking like all these crazy questions and he's like, what kind of weed you like?
I think he was really fucked up when he wrote those.
Probably.
Our favorite strains of weed? I didn't know there were strains. Whatever's given to me.
Free strain.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever paid for weed before.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you've never heard of the game, have you? or the game that I'm a champion at.
Well, I just lost it. That's for sure. Yes, I have heard of it, but do you want to tell the people?
Yeah, I can. So I go to shows very often with my friend Jared, and whenever we go, I've found out that I have a special ability. It's called Find the Weed, and so that's the game. The game is called Find the Weed, and my special ability is finding the weed. So we went to one show, and I forget which show it was. It was one of the first shows I went to, and I was standing next to this dude. I got separated from Jared, and I'm standing with him. Me and this dude start chatting, and he's like, "Bro, do you want to smoke some?" And I was like, "Smoke some what?" Like I didn't know what he was talking about. He just pulled out a blunt, and he's like, "I've been saving this for my buddy, but he didn't show up. You wanna smoke with me?" I was like, "You care if my buddy gets in on this?" He's like, "Abso-fucking-lutely." And then I'm just like, "Yo, Jared!" And then I got him to come up to the front, and we smoked some weed. And then the second time was at Bunbury Music Festival. I think Tech 9 was about to come on, and I'm standing next to this cool black kid. He's like a little taller than me, glasses, and he's like into anime and shit. Jared's standing right behind me, and he's with his white bitch.
Jared?
Not Jared, the black guy.
No.
He's with his white bitch, and I'm talking to them, and like me and him are talking about video games, talking about anime. We're talking about how I think we were watching My Hero Academia or something. Maybe this was before My Hero was out, but we were talking about some recent anime. We're fucking talking about it, and he's like, "Bro, you want to smoke some weed?" And I was like, Yes, I would. So then he pulls out a blunt, he lights it up, passes it to his girl, passes it to me, and then I'm like, "Do you mind if my friend smokes with us?" And then he's like, "Sure, dude." And I'm like, "Jared," and he's like, "Did you get weed again? How the fuck did you do that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then we went to Louder Than Life in Kentucky, and I found it again. I was talking to some guy, and then we end up going back to his tent, and then this dude's got a bunch of weed, and then he just like gives us a couple blunts, and we smoked those, and then yeah, it was wild. Yeah,
that's funny as shit.
It's happened like 6 or 7 times, and it even happens not at shows. It happened at a wedding once.
Happened at the studio.
At the studio? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's so weird.
That more found me than I found it.
Yeah, that's fact. My favorite strain of ganja is none. I don't smoke. If you see us out in public, you're gonna think the opposite, that I'm the smoker. No,
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I never thought about that until just now.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed. I don't believe in the devil's lettuce.
I don't believe in buying weed.
Yeah, Dylan.
I don't crave it, and I don't really want to smoke because it takes a lot for me to get high. But if it's offered to me, I'll just be like, yeah, sure. I never ask for it though. It's always offered to me.
Yeah, so if you see us at a con or something, I will turn you down every time.
Dylan, and you can meet me in the back.
You can go see Dylan. Yeah,
you can meet me in the back. Just stick it in the bag.
It ain't my jam. All right, let's see.
Go to one of used mops ones, please.
Used mops.
Josh is fucking. I don't think he understands that we're comedy.
Okay. Favorite historical event.
Favorite
Holocaust.
Historical event?
If you could do any job, yeah. What's your favorite historical event?
Is yours really the Holocaust?
No. Wait, favorite? No, the Holocaust didn't happen. So
historical event.
It's hard to favorite something
My
that's false.
Favorite historical event. Fuck, that's a pretty decent question.
Yeah, thanks, Use Mop.
But historical event. Do
God,
you got anything on mind?
My favorite historical event. Let's think. I liked when they broke the Berlin Wall.
There's no good historical events. I mean, yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, or
I can only think of bad ones.
When they freed the slaves.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
When the South lost. There we go.
Yeah.
Fuck the South,
yeah,
dude.
Fuck you guys. Pussy ass sore losers.
I'm from New York.
I'm from Ohio.
Which is the South.
Which is southern compared to New York, I suppose. No. My favorite when my kid was born. Boom. There you go. Birth of a legend.
Okay.
That just sounds like something you would answer with. My dream girl is my wife.
Meeting my wife. My current wife, because she's so pretty, and I love her.
And maybe tonight she'll let me rub her feet.
Yeah, my favorite historical event is probably when they lost the Civil War. But they still don't shut up about it. They brag about how they lost.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
They reenact it, bruh.
Yeah, they reenact them losing.
Yeah, man. for fun.
They don't even try to change the outcome. Like, oh yeah, we get to keep our slaves. Woo!
Yeah,
Like, no, they just die every time.
It's the weirdest LARP shit I've ever seen.
What's another question?
Okay, let's see. If you could do any job for a living, what job would you choose?
YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah.
YouTuber. That's fair.
Like a high-paying YouTuber, not just like small shit.
Doing YouTube would be dope as fuck.
Yeah, if I could just focus on this, we could make this so fucking funny.
Yeah, I would really like to do YouTube for a living. I would like to do music for a living, personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not a music guy though. I feel like I'd be better at just entertainment.
Yeah, for sure.
Without talent.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm headed. So, let's see. Did he ask any more? I think the rest of it is just Josh. Oh, I want to know how you guys met. Is Yuzmop's first question. Watch the show, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, go watch Mega Man. I think we explain like, yeah, we just met. Yeah. This whole Too Many to Play from the beginning is when we met. Our first Legend of Dragoon episode was like a week after we became friends.
Yeah. We hung out like maybe 4 times before we started doing the show.
Yeah, so if you want to know how we met, just fucking watch the show. Or if not, I guess we could explain.
We could just do it now. How did we meet? Dylan, I lived here before Dylan. We live
not in my house. He lived next door to the house
I live in Dylan's
bought.
house currently. When Dylan moved in, I lived directly next door with a succubus. And Dylan moved in.
With a succubus.
Dylan moved in. And I was outside with said succubus. And I was getting my makeup done because that's the kind of boyfriend I am. I'll let you put makeup on me, ladies. And they moved in. And I think Jared was helping you guys move.
Yep.
So I looked over and I was like, oh shit, new neighbors. And they're like our age. Because our neighborhood's very like old people or like rednecks. Yeah. So I looked over, I was like, oh shit, he's my age. That's probably cool. Like we could probably be friends, but I also look like a French whore right now. So maybe not today. And so I just didn't go over there. What was your perspective of that day?
So when I was moving in, I saw him over there. He was like the only person outside. He was over at his house. Actually, I didn't see him. I didn't notice him. I was moving shit by myself. And Jared goes, what kind of fucking neighborhood are you moving into, bro? And I was like, why? He's like, the white dude next door has dreads. And I looked over and I was like, man, the lead singer of Korn has dreads and he's dope as fuck. And then I was like, I don't know, I might go say hi to him. I was like, but then I was like, this guy's probably an asshole. He saw me out here and didn't even come introduce himself or be like, yo, welcome to the neighborhood, bro. No one did. No one
ever does.
Yeah, no one said hi to me.
No.
I do that shit.
I do too, yeah.
No, you didn't. And then
Not for you.
And then I saw him in his backyard.
And makeup on, bro.
He was in his backyard with like 3 or 4 other people, like a couple other guys.
Yeah.
And I think I might have mistook him for someone else, but he's got dreads, so I don't see how I would have done it. But he was wearing a shirt. It was like one of those band shirts, those band tees that had like, you know, the name of the festival and then the lineup. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at the shirt and I was like, huh, let me look this up and see what kind of music this kid is into. So then I looked up the name and it was like it was a church youth group thing. Like it was a youth group getaway.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, pastors. That's what the lineup was. It was pastors preaching. And I was like, okay, fuck this guy. I ain't talking to him at all. And I did not speak to him.
You thought I was just like a hip youth pastor?
Yeah, I thought you were like some hip ass youth pastor with fucking dreads and shit. Like culturally appropriating or whatever.
Come on, gang. Let's kick a chat real quick about the J-Man.
So I avoided talking to you and I didn't talk to you for like 3 months after I moved in.
Yep.
And then when was the first time we talked?
I think it was the day you got your tattoo. Me and Jordan were sitting out front.
Oh yeah, this tattoo.
Yeah.
I got it a year ago today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Or not today, like last week sometime.
Shut up. Today. It makes it cool.
Oh yeah, a year ago today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So me and Jordan were sitting out front. Jordan and I, rather. Sorry, grammar police. We were getting ready to go do a show, I think, or like a radio interview or something like that. I can't remember. But
it was when the Final Fantasy VIII remake came out, or the remaster, which was garbage. I remember that. It was like the same exact day.
Okay. Yeah. Boom. So there's your time frame. That's how long we've been talking, kind of. And Dylan came home and he had this tattoo of. Well, the tattoo you just saw, it's got the Master Sword on it. And I was like, dude, is that the fucking Master Sword, bro? And he was like, yeah. And then he walked over and we started talking about video games. Right?
Yeah. Well, I started talking to Jordan about video games, and you were just like...
I was just there.
Yeah, you were just there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to Jordan, and then I talked to you a little bit, and then I think there were a couple of times where like the cops would show up on our street and some shit would happen, and we'd both be outside looking like assholes.
Yeah, we're those guys. And you got to police the police, man.
Yeah, because there was a cop across the street that pulled someone over or something, and I came outside, and then he was standing out there, and he's like, yo, you know what the fuck's going on? No, man, I just came out to watch. He's like, we can watch it together.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I just stood over there and I got some beers. We just stood over there and watched.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 other times it happened after that because our street's a good one.
Yeah, our street is definitely a good one if you want to watch police be fuckboys.
We did that like 4 times, and then I was renovating the studio we actually recorded.
We're in here right now.
Yeah, we in here right now.
We in here, boys.
And I was like tearing out the walls and like throwing out the insulation, and it became a lot for me. So I asked them, I was like, hey man, would you help me throw this insulation away for like $40-$60? He's like, I'll do it for free. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to pay you. Like, I barely know you, guy. Don't offer to do shit for free immediately. Because I'll take it.
Yeah, you didn't
So then I
pay
had
me.
him come over here. We tore out all the insulation inside and underneath the
Was
house.
that before or after you shot me?
That was before.
Okay, my bad. Continue.
So we
Bleep
did that. We did all that. And then there was like an old ventilation system where there was like a hole in the wall for the exhaust of the old
Oh,
heat.
wait. We had to tear insulation out. I said I would do it for free because I thought I was just helping with this room. We had to go in the fucking crawl space with like all the dead bodies and spiders and shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Still did it for free, but
I paid you.
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did not.
I paid you.
No.
Yes, I paid you because Allie was giving you shit. And I was like, here, dude, just please take this money.
Really?
Yes, I gave you cash.
I don't remember.
So that she would stop fucking bugging you. It'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I made some money while I was over there. I gave you money every time you came over here because I barely knew you.
Well, then you gave her money because.
Oh, you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
So there was like a little hole, and I'm sure we put this picture up before. We still
Yeah,
got it.
Betrayed.
I had this big Nerf gun that my son got for his birthday. I took it out, and I made Taylor convince him to come outside of his house, and he did, and I just started shooting him. And then he was like, this guy's going to be my best friend.
Yeah. That's
And
exactly the thought process.
And then we built the whole room together.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were building the room, if you listen in the Legend of Dragoon 1 episodes, this whole room was torn apart. There was nothing in here when we started recording in here. I would drag a table and a laptop in the room with a TV, and then we'd play with the Elgato on Legend of Dragoon, and we'd record. It's why we never finished the series, because it was really a test run.
Yeah.
So
It was a terrible laptop too, and the mic. We got a mic and sat it on a bucket.
yeah, we sat on a bucket in a room that had
One mic.
no sound isolation whatsoever. There was no insulation in the walls. There was nothing on the floor.
No carpet,
It was
yeah.
just big echoey vibes. And then there was like one time where the mic didn't work, and the mic of the laptop it became the primary instead of the microphone we were using. So like 3 episodes you can barely hear because a laptop microphone
Yep.
is recording us. But we keep them because that's history.
We've been fucking up since day one, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
So like we recorded the first episode of Legend of Dragoon 6 times.
Yeah.
Because the Elgato kept fucking up whenever we finished the recording, and we couldn't figure out why. And I think it was just the laptop we were using was absolute shit.
Big trash.
And I couldn't move my computer in and out of this room like every day because I would have had to unplug so much shit and unroute a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that forever. And then as it progressed, like when we did Mega Man X, when we were doing Mega Man X and Pokemon Snap, the room was done, but it didn't have carpet. And then eventually it got carpet, and then I bought a new TV that was Steam Link, and it's just been like steps up ever since then to make the quality better.
And that's where we're at now. It's peaking.
Yeah, this
Top-
is as good as it's
top
gonna
tier
get.
quality, bro.
276 subscribers, or 277 because we lost one. Now we're at
Yeah.
276.
We lost one. God damn it. Yeah, that's how we met. And then we started hanging out. That day you shot me, you were like, hey, we're about to go to lunch, so see ya. And then I went back over to my house, and I was like, hey, girl, do you want to go to lunch with the neighbors?
Hey, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was like, sure, which was surprising. So I messaged you, and I was like, hey, did you leave yet? No, we're getting ready to. Okay, bet. We're coming with you.
Didn't like her the minute I met her.
Yeah.
I did not like her.
That's fair.
She didn't even want to talk to us. She made it seem like being around us was so much work for her, and was just like, ugh. Like well, not even. It was less like it was like work, and more like it was like we're a burden on her life.
Welcome. That's what it felt like for me too.
Yeah, like, well, it was just all we did was we went to Chipotle, and we just ate some food together, and then she was just like. And then she wouldn't even like talk to us. She would talk to Dylan and be like, babe, are we going to go to the fucking blah, 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 blah? Okay, well, how are they going to get there? Like, instead of like addressing us and be like, well, how are you guys going to get there? You know, are you going to follow us or whatever? She'd say it to him so that we would respond to her instead of actually directly talking to us.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
It was goofy. And I was like, I don't like this girl. And then I really didn't like her when we were recording, and she would just fucking pop over here and be like, get my food out of the oven. I can't do it because I'm a stupid little bitch.
I feel like we're off track. We're going off track right here.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, about your stupid ass fucking succubus ex?
Okay. So anyway, we ate Chipotle and then...
Fine, just cut it out, you twat.
You can leave it, man, but we don't... The real show on YouTube, daddy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sucks, man. Whatever. So then we were gonna go to Trader's World, which is like a big ass flea market out here.
It is a big ass flea market.
It's
here.
just like a big ass flea market.
No, it is.
It's like it's crazy how similar the two are. So we went out there, and you and I pretty much clicked like immediately out. I think that's where we started like vibing. Was at Trader's World because that's where like they sell video games and shit, and that's where we were like.
She was also ruining the vibes there, but go on.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, and then you got Pokemon Stadium and the watermelon controller, right?
Yep.
And I was like, no, I have a 64 at my brother's house. We can just go pick that up. And we did. And then we came back and played Pokemon Stadium, and that's what made.
Oh yeah.
That's like
I always forget about that. We sat down. I hooked it up to the TV. That was like I had all the shit in this room pulled out because we were building it. And I had it all set up out there, and I was like, "Dude, let's play Pokemon Stadium." Sure. And then I think you were really drunk, as usual,
probably
as always. And we hooked up Pokemon Stadium. We played, and then I think it was like it was so funny. Like I could not stop laughing at what was happening because I picked Gengar. And then he's like, why the fuck would you pick Gengar? And I was like, because Gengar is the best Pokemon in this game. And he was like, dude, fuck you. You're so stupid. Gengar is trash. He's actually like probably the lowest tier Pokemon in this game. And I was like, really? Really? That's what you're... Okay. So he just kept bashing me on Gengar. And then so we picked our teams.
By the way, Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, but he was being an asshole about it.
Yeah.
So we picked our teams. We fought. And then I think Gengar was my second or third Pokemon, and I trashed his whole fuking team with just Gengar. And I was like, oh my god, if only we had recorded that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, we could.
Yeah.
You want to start a YouTube channel?
Yeah, because your computer was right next to your TV. I was like, dude, you know you can do like YouTube right here.
I would have had to hook up the Elgato and stuff, but we didn't have one.
But on paper it sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We could record it. We could do a YouTube channel together as a team.
Yeah, and then he just, out of the blue, like, after that, like, it was just like, oh, dude, yeah, we could do that. And then you were like, so, you want to do a YouTube channel with me? And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm just like, I've been waiting so long for, like, someone to do a channel with me, because I can't do it. I didn't want to do it by myself. I didn't think I had what it took to do it by myself. I felt like I needed the perfect partner, and there was just, the person would not present themselves, and there were people I would ask, and they'd be like, nah, I don't think I'm good enough for that stuff. I don't think I'll be able to, like, do that shit. And then Dylan's just like, hey man, I'm really drunk. You won't fucking this YouTube stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure, drunk guy I barely know.
Yeah.
Let's start a YouTube
play was
channel.
born, daddy.
Yeah, I like your dreads.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was drinking a lot back then.
Yeah.
It's calmed down.
It's crazy how much you don't drink compared to how much you used to drink.
Yeah. It changed pretty quick, too.
Scary, even.
Yeah. It is wild.
Irish.
Bah, no more. So we batted names back and forth for like a month or something.
Yeah, and then this motherfucker hits me with I have an old YouTube channel we can use.
Yeah, I was like, I have a channel called 2Much2Play if you want to use that one.
And I was like, what? What the fuck didn't you say something?
It's got like 70 subs. It'd be a really cool little, I guess we could use it. Because I had to ask everybody that was involved. And like, I don't really, as much as I still love all those boys, mostly, I don't really talk to them very frequently. So I messaged them all. And naturally, they were all like, we don't give a fuck, dude. Like,
Did you ask Mitch?
No.
Ooh.
Mitch has me blocked on everything. I can't talk to Mitch.
He could sue us now.
No, he can't.
Yeah, he can.
No, I own the rights to 2Much2Play. He had little to no part in it.
Hey, equal rights is equal lefts, bro.
Facts. I don't want either one of those for Mitch, though, actually. So Mitch would whoop my ass.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we met, Used Mop. There you go, buddy.
There you go, Used Mop. I hope you enjoyed that. No one else listened this far. They were like, and in the first 15 minutes, they were like, oh, Chris D'Elia again? Skip.
Jesus.
Fucking skip.
Clout chasing assholes. Like, hey, welcome to the channel. Sub, though. All right, let's see. What time are we at? Do you know?
35 minutes.
All right, cool. Let's read a couple more of these from Josh, because some of these are cool. This one's interesting, because I've been hearing about this lately, too. Are you able to speak and hear things inside your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. There's people that don't have an inner monologue.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just
Until
found that out.
He wrote that, and then I looked it up, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I just heard about it like a couple weeks ago.
Thinking stuff. Don't you need to be able to like think inside your head to be able to like do math or English or something? Like
they see it in shapes and shit or something like that. Like, how do you read and shit?
What the fuck? What do you like got Braille in your brain?
Like each word is a shape or something, or like a color. I'm not really sure how they do it.
That sounds a lot harder than thinking about words.
Dude, imagine not being able to think. That'd be so fucking crazy.
That would be crazy.
Or like you can't read in your head and shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. How do we hear our thoughts? That's a question that I came up with when I was fucking in another dimension. How do you read your thoughts? How do you hear your own thoughts?
I don't know.
How do you speak
What if they're
your own
not your
thoughts?
thoughts? You're just hearing someone else's thoughts.
I hope that's what it is. Let's see. What's the craziest conspiracy theories you believe in? Have you ever seen a UFO? Do you lucid dream / have reoccurring dreams? And then he said, Joe Rogan voice, have you ever tried DMT?
No, I haven't tried DMT.
Me neither.
I was offered it once, and then I didn't because he tripped me out with how creepy he was being after he took it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, not for me, fam.
Mute
and then
that.
Dylan told me, like, after that, like, I was thinking maybe I would try it. And then Dylan was like, what if, like, after you take DMT, like, it doesn't happen for you when you die? Because it's the chemical in your brain.
Yeah. That's
That-
what makes you dream.
It's what makes, like, it
makes
basically
dying
what,
easier.
yeah, it makes dying a lot easier because the pain goes away and then it's just, like, releases euphoria for you.
Yeah.
And it feels really good. And he was like, what if when you do it that, like, with that, it doesn't happen when you die? And I was like, fuck that, dude. I do not want to die painfully. I would rather save it for that one time.
Yeah, no shit.
But dude, fuck the. Well, let's do the conspiracy one.
Okay.
So conspiracy. What's the craziest conspiracy theory you believe?
Yeah.
Illuminati's real. I mean, it's not crazy because it's
Yeah,
real.
fact. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
for
a
sure.
fact. So let's do something that's actually wild.
The Holocaust never happened.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't believe that.
You just love saying
Before
that.
you click off. Yeah, I think that's the funniest shit ever.
To say it's not real, like with the overwhelming evidence that it actually
Yeah,
happened.
well, it's just one of those things that you can say that immediately makes people be like, what the fuck,
I'm gonna say
dude?
it, dude.
The N-word?
Earth's flat.
Earth's flat?
Earth's flat, bro.
You think?
No.
See, that's another one.
That's
Yeah.
just another one.
Yeah, or Bush killed Harambe.
The craziest conspiracy theory, I would say, like, I don't know, because the ones I believe that I don't think are crazy at all, like Bush did 9/11.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
I think Bush planned 9/11, and that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Besides Hillary being a lizard person, but that's been confirmed.
Yeah, big confirm. Bro, come on now. We're talking about conspiracy theories.
What about ghosts?
Ghosts?
You ever seen a ghost?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have.
I've seen stuff. I used to see things a lot when I was younger.
I saw a ghost.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember it vividly.
Did he give you a high five or
I was 10 years old, and it went. No, I didn't get a high five. It was at my
Lame.
grandma's house.
lame ghost?
And it was I was sitting in a hallway. I was sitting at the end of a hallway. It was like so it's a hallway from my grandma's room, and it goes up to the main entrance of the house. And the main entrance is like a big open room, and it goes to the living room, the hallway I was sitting in on the right, and to the left was the kitchen. So I was sitting there, and there were 3 lights on. Okay, so there was a light on in the entryway, there was a light on in the living room, and a light on the kitchen. So there was no cross shadows. It was just light on the floor. Okay, and I explained that because when I was sitting there, I was banging on this little drum I made in school. It was like, I had a Nesquik bottle of powder.
Yeah.
It was empty. Yeah, that's what we used to mix our chocolate milk with. Isn't that crazy?
I miss that shit.
Now it's all syrup. No, I don't. That shit was awful because you would always get the crunchy bits at the bottom when you were done.
That's my favorite part, dude.
I hate that part.
No, I eat that shit straight out the can.
So we took it, and then we took like some like leather, and then we like did the strings, and we made a drum out of it. So I was sitting there, and I was hitting the drum, and it was really, really late. I don't know what time it was, but I know it was late. It was past my bedtime. I didn't want to go to sleep. And I was just sitting there, tap, 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 tap. Oh, yeah, I was waiting for my brother to come out of his room because he stayed up real late playing WoW. And my older brother would let me come in his room like really late
Wizards
at night.
of Waverly Place.
And we'd play games all night. And then I'd leave. He'd kick me out, and then I'd go to sleep. So I'm sitting there, banging on the drum by myself, and out of fucking nowhere, a shadow on the ground, not attached to anything, just walks up to me. And every time I tell this story, I get fucking chills, bro. So it was like a little girl just walked on nothing, So it's just like in the middle of the ground. There's no shadows connecting. It's just light. And a little girl walks and waved at me. Not even 2 seconds, dude. I fucking ran screaming and crying to my grandma. And I'm just like, what is that? What is that? My papa gets up. He walks out and he doesn't see anything. It's gone now, of course. And then I think like a long time later, like when I was like 17, I asked my grandma about that story. I was like, did that actually happen? Am I remembering that right? And she's like, oh yeah, I remember that. She's like, that happened all the time at the house. I was like, what? She told me how she had a baby. She had one baby before, or it was her very first child. She was stillborn in the house.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was stillborn in the house, and she thinks that's her first daughter. Because there was always really creepy shit that would happen around the house.
Do you think do ghosts age then?
No, it was a very small ghost. Oh, I mean, possibly. Like it was a very small body. Like I'm saying I could tell it was a girl because like the hair was like a little bit longer. But shit, hair and nails grow after you die, bro.
Yeah, but do you? Like was it baby small?
It was a baby. It was a baby small, yes.
Oh wow.
It was like the size of a baby. And it could walk. It walked and it waved.
I mean, she's had time.
And it had long hair. And that's why I was scared because it looked
menacing.
It looked very like, even though it was a very like polite little wave. It was just like a soft little. And then I was like, bye. Not me.
Maybe you summoned her with your drum.
That's what I was thinking,
dude.
But I never had that drum again, and I don't remember how I made it.
Well, let's not fucking try, bro.
I made it in school.
I don't want to fuck with no ghosties. I had something like that happen to me too, actually. I was sleeping in my room. I had to be like 10 or 11 maybe.
Oh, and then your mom and dad were doing the upside down thing, and you were
No,
like,
I was like, I already got taken by then. Shout out to the government. But I was sleeping in my bed and my door was open, and I woke up and I looked over in my doorway and there was a little boy standing in my doorway, but he wasn't a shadow. He was like a full-figured fucking kid. And I looked at him and I was like, hey, what's your name? And he didn't say or do anything. He just kept staring at me. So I got up and I didn't scream or run or anything, but I scooted. I was like, let me scoot by you here in the doorway. And I went down to my aunt and uncle's room and I was like, hey, there's a little kid like right outside my door and he won't tell me his name. And they were like, dude, Dylan, go the fuck. We regret taking you in so goddamn much. Please go the fuck away. And I was like, hey kid, come down here. And he never did. And I slept on my aunt and uncle's floor for like years after that. Because I don't fuck with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though you scooted by him, no problem?
Yeah, dude, because like what if I didn't wake up and he came in and like touched my giblets or something, bro? You like, I don't know what these boys is into, you know? I don't know how old he actually is.
I don't think ghosts care if you're sleeping with other people or not. I said, I don't think ghosts care if you're sleeping with other people or not.
I know, but in my mind, like I've always been okay with something really shitty happening to me as long as it happens with, like, when I'm with somebody, like I can share the trauma with somebody. But like if it happens to myself by myself, it's terrifying. You know, like I wouldn't go see a horror movie by myself, or like I wouldn't play a horror game by like I wouldn't play Majora's Mask by myself.
Okay, okay, that's a little far.
Yeah.
Ben drowned and all that.
Dude, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
Big old pussy.
Ben drowned was wild. It's just because those statues are so fucking creepy. I don't like them.
That's racist.
There you go, Josh. That's our ghost tale. Let's see. Ooh, that could be a good one for you.
What?
You get to create one game of any kind. It can be an original idea or an expansion of another, or a combination of the two.
Legend of Dragoon 2.
What's your dream
Legend
game?
of Dragoon 2.
Legend of Dragoon 2.
Legend of Dragoon 2.
Start that petition, gamers.
The petition's been started for years.
Has it?
It's already reached its goal. They never made a second one.
When did it reach its goal?
Like 2008.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Get on it, game developers.
Yeah, I would make Legend of Dragoon 2. I always had dreams of buying the IP from whoever owns it. And
it's got to be like $20 now, right?
No, it's worth a lot still. I always had dreams of buying the IP and then making a second one, or even buying the IP just to take the combat system and implement it again, because no one else has done anything like it. The only thing I can think of is a Legend of Legaia, and it's like a fighting turn-based game. So when you go to fight, you push you got X, circle, square, triangle.
Mm-hmm.
You would push XX, triangle, triangle, and then it would be like a punch, low punch, high kick, and then it would activate a special ability. And then it would be like Hadouken or something like that.
Right.
Or you would do X, circle, square, triangle, and that would be a combo. But you could also do X, square, circle, triangle, and that would be something. So that's the only more in-depth combat system I could see. But I think turn-based RPGs are fun, but they always needed to have a little bit more to them. And now Final Fantasy is just real turn-based strategy. Mm-hmm. But I think all they needed to do was add that little tap the X, push X button real fast. That was always fucking fun as shit to me. And no one else ever did it again. So I've been craving it for so long, an update of that.
Yeah.
Where I could do that again.
They did that in Final Fantasy VIII, didn't they? With your summons, you can control how powerful they are by button mashing.
Yeah, but it was just the summons, and then only Squall had the. If Squall, when he attacked, it didn't give you a Q. You had to do it right before his blade hit, and then it would cause an explosion, and it was only him.
You want the Q and all that shit, fucking.
Yeah.
I agree, dude. The Legend of Dragoon battle system was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was I think it was super far ahead of what what everyone else was doing, and then no one picked up on it.
I agree.
They just whatever.
I agree, dude.
So yeah, I would fucking revitalize Legend of Dragoon 2 with either a remake or not a remake. I wouldn't do a remake. I would do a sequel, or I would make my own IP out of it.
We should do that once we get fucking rich and famous.
Oh hell yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Is that the goal?
We're gonna fucking bury the franchise.
Yo, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking melt it into the ground.
Dude,
people are gonna be so pissed, but we're gonna get so much clout from it.
All the clout, which is all we're about, really.
About clout. Yeah.
We're all about that clout. What's the most boomer shit you've ever done?
The most boomer shit?
Yeah.
That's Ask what an AMA is.
That was rough, man.
I don't watch podcasts, so I didn't know.
AMAs aren't on podcasts normally. That's
I know what the most boomer shit you've done recently
Reddit
is.
Shit. Most boomer shit that I've done?
Yeah. I know what it is.
What is it?
When we were playing Resident Evil 3 on the live stream.
Yeah.
The chat spammed the buffering, and Dylan was yelling at me. I was like, "Oh, that's an emoji," and he's like, "No, dude, they're trying to upload memes, and they're not loading, bro." Dude, fuck you. I know I'm not stupid. That's exactly what he said. And everyone fucking, oh, dude, I still hear about that at work. Kyle did that. And he's like, I can't believe Dylan's so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, man. This is all new to me, bro. I do boomer shit every day.
Yeah, everything we do, Dylan can't really handle.
Yeah.
I have to teach him how to do it.
It's true. Yeah. Any kind of game, really, I get boomerized on because I haven't played any of these new games and shit. I stopped. The newest console that I owned before I got the Switch was the PS3, and I mostly used the PS3 to play ports of old games. So So, yeah. So I don't know. You know, all this shit's new to me. Yeah, we do boomer shit some days.
We're at 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
You want to call it?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. We got a bunch more questions that we'll get to on like the serious podcast, I guess, because fuck. Which one characteristic do you think the majority of USA citizens need to work on for this country to heal?
Oh my fucking god.
Like,
He's wild.
yeah,
So,
selfishness.
thank you, Used Mop and Josh, for the questions.
Thanks, guys.
If you guys want to hear us talk about some shit or talk at all, I don't know, leave a comment. Fucking join the
Smash
Discord.
that fucking like button, bitch.
And don't. Just join the Discord.
Yeah, man.
We can talk in there. We're on there all the time.
Yep. Well, Dylan's on there all the time. I'll pop in from time to time to say something stupid.
Yep, that's because he's still trying to figure out how the Discord works.
Discord's kind of weird to me, too.
I changed everyone's nicknames, and he's like, I was going to change yours, but I can't figure it out.
It's true. I still haven't figured it out.
All right. I hope if Chris D'Elia is guilty, he goes to jail. If not, I hope he has a successful career.
Yeah, and I hope the bitches who accused him die.
Or
go to jail. They should go to jail.
Yeah, they should
False
go to jail for sure.
False accusers should go to jail.
Fact.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Boom, doom, doo, doom, boom, boom. Boom. Ba-dum, boom. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. Yeah.